You know, trying to get a handle on Ration employer tax obligations can seriously feel like you're trying to solve a giant, complicated puzzle, but in the dark. It's complex, it's absolutely critical, and let's be honest, getting it wrong can have some pretty serious consequences. So today, we're gonna flip the lights on.
That's right. In this explainer, we are going to demystify the whole shebang, all those essential tax duties every single Malaysian employer has to deal with. And we're using the fantastic guide Tax Savvy 3 as our source to do it.
So let me just ask you straight up, are you a Malaysian employer? It doesn't matter if you've got one person on your team or 1,000. This is for you. And here's the million-dollar follow-up question. Are you 100% certain you're compliant with every single rule? Because the details, oh, they matter. And that list of duties, it is long. Okay, let's dive into what we're calling the maze. And trust me, we call it that for a reason. The sheer number of forms, the deadlines, the responsibilities, it can feel totally overwhelming. Right from the get-go, your job starts the second you hire someone. See this? This is Form CP22. You get exactly 30 days from their first day of work to let LHDN, the Inland Revenue Board, know about them. The clock is already ticking. Then, of course, you've got the annual stuff. This is Form E. It's the big one, the employer statement for everyone you employ. And that March 31st deadline? That's not a suggestion. It's set in stone every single year, no excuses. And you might think, okay, an employee is leaving, so that's one less thing to worry about. Nope. The paperwork doesn't stop. This is Form CP22A. You have to tell LHDN that they're leaving at least 30 days before their last day. It's a never-ending cycle of compliance. And believe me, that's just scratching the surface. We've only talked about 3 forms. You've still got to manage monthly tax deductions, prepare all the annual statements for your employees, handle tax clearance letters. It is a lot to keep track of. So, what happens when you're trying to find your way through a maze this complicated? Well, mistakes can happen. And in the world of taxes, mistakes are expensive. And we're not just talking about financial hits. Can you imagine getting to the airport, all set for a business trip or maybe that family vacation you've been planning for ages, only to be told you can't leave the country, all because of an unsettled tax issue? It really happens. And take a look at this. These are the official penalties, straight from the law. You forget to submit that Form CP22 for a new hire, that could be a fine up to 20,000 ringgit. You don't file the resignation form, CP22A, we're talking about possible imprisonment. And failing to submit your annual Form E, well, that could be a fine, jail time, or even both. The stakes are just incredibly high. So how in the world are you supposed to navigate this maze and avoid all those crazy penalties? How do you make sure you're getting everything right? Well, that is where our source material for today comes in. This is your guide. I want you to meet Tax Savvy 3, Effective Tax Management with LHDN. This book was literally created to be the go-to practical guide for employers just like you. It's all about trading that confusion and anxiety for pure confidence and clarity. Think of it as your roadmap. It takes that whole tangled mess of rules, all those forms, and the deadlines we just talked about, and it just lays it all out in a straight, simple path. It just makes everything clear.
So what does that clarity actually look like when you're using the book? What are you going to master? Come on, let's take a little peek inside.
See? This is what I'm talking about. Instead of some dense legal jargon, you get clear, actionable instructions. For instance, need to register your employer E-number? Boom! The book shows you the 3 ways to do it in simple, follow-along steps. It even tells you the exact documents you need for each method. That's the difference between getting it done fast and wasting a whole afternoon at the LHDN counter. The book also makes sure you get the why behind all the rules. It doesn't just give you a dry definition of something like the monthly tax deduction or MTD. No, it breaks down the little details, like when it's smarter to use the computer calculation versus the manual schedule. That kind of real-world practical wisdom is what makes this guide so valuable. So what this all adds up to is that you're not just learning to fill out forms anymore. You're building a system where you actually understand every requirement, you meet every deadline without that last-minute panic, you calculate deductions with confidence, and you handle it when employees leave like a total pro. Basically, you're building a fortress against those scary penalties, protecting your business and your own peace of mind. At the end of the day, this isn't just about avoiding trouble. It's about taking control. It's about managing a really important part of your business with professionalism and confidence and becoming genuinely tax savvy. You know, this quote right from the book just says it all, doesn't it? As an employer, your role is huge, and handling these responsibilities professionally, it's not just good for business, it is your legal duty. So why risk it? Why risk the massive fines, the potential travel bans, or those sleepless nights worrying that you might have missed something? Arm yourself with the knowledge you need. Get your essential guide, Tax Savvy 3, today. You can find it right now at www.hba.com.my.